Okay, this is the Sirene Island chapter. I'm going to be doing it with Verso, Maelle, and Minoko, but we are going to be upgrading a couple of different weapons, and I'm going to be doing the chapter mainly on level 12 weapons. Should be able to get us through just fine. I can upgrade a little higher if I wanted to, but we can do it on 12. The Ballet Dancers and sort of like the minion randos that we come in contact to are resistant to light, so we're going to have a dark weapon for Minoko to start with. She's going to be on fire and he's just going to be on physical. But some of the mini bosses, such as Tisseur is weak to light and fire, Glissandro is weak to dark, and Sirene is weak to dark. So in those cases, I want to make sure that Sciel is upgraded to dark. One of Minoko's weapons is upgraded to dark, but his light is also... We have a light and a dark. And then Sirene is weak to ice. So make sure that you have an ice weapon if that's one of the things that you want to use. If you want... The person in your party has an ice weapon, go ahead and make sure that's upgraded. And I'll write all this out in the description as well. And check the description for timestamps for, you know, the bigger stuff. The Mime, Tisseur, all that big stuff. The Petanks, things like that. And then don't forget to upgrade your color of Lumina so that you can get Luminas on them. A lot of the enemies in this chapter are flying enemies. The ballerinas fly, those flying eyeball things with ribbons on them, they fly, so you can't use skills or base attack. So a lot of what my team has, and I need to set this up because I have a couple more minion fights before I can get some of these off. But most of what they're going to have is breaking stuff and then shots, marking shots, powerful shots, rewarding mark for stuff, breaking shots, burning shots. That'll help us kind of plow through the flying minions before we get to the Petanks and the mini bosses and stuff like that. So, alright, I will see you in a little bit. Okay, we are here on the large yellow island, approaching from this side.
The architecture looks very different here.
This kind of place never existed before the fracture.
It's beautiful. Feels surreal. Is she the Axon?
Sirene, she who plays with wonder.
It's so...
Lune? What's going on?
I don't know.
She's manipulating your emotions. You have to focus. Remember why you're here. Be careful. They call her she who plays with wonder. But what she really does is play with your head.
Let's move fast, before we all lose our minds.
Okay, so in Serene, these are how we get around, these little desk things. There actually aren't that many flags. I think there's only like 3 flags in the entire chapter. They're kind of few and far between in this one. Okay, we're going to be going that way a little bit later because we're going to go this way, go around, do this, blah, blah, blah. And then there's a shortcut rope that'll come down and bring us this way and bring us back. So we'll go down that little hallway a little bit later.
Don't look at her for too long or you'll go insane.
If you want to know what's over there, like through the timestamp in the video, just look for the Chromatic Greatsword and then fast forward from that because the Chromatic Greatsword's over there. And that's what's going to bring us back.
This is kind of dancing taught in Lumiere.
Okay, so we've got dancing classes.
I don't think so. Never seen it.
So these guys are very easily dispatched if you've got some good shooting Pictos on. Hang on one second. I got like a little fluff on my hoodie.
Sciel, 55th. I don't understand. The weaponry worked brilliantly up to now. Augmenting Pictos with music was a stroke of genius. But the sonics have no effect on the nephrons here. It's as if they can't even hear our music. They just keep dancing to their own. We're running out of ideas. I miss my girls so much it kills me. It hurts thinking that I could have been home right now playing music while they dance. Wish I would have given birth by now. I could be holding my first grandchild. Instead, I'm here. No. No. There's still a chance, and someone has to fight for them. I can't let them down. Drums, maybe that'll work. They can't hear our music, but perhaps they will feel it.
Actually sounds like a really cool idea. Being able to like the drums do like a vibration attack or something. These are obviously completely optional. I'm just going through them mainly to master some of the Pictos that we picked up along the way. I meant to master them before I started the chapter, but apparently I have not. That's okay. It's a good, quick, easy fight, so. Okay, now we're going to go inside. After the journal, we're going to go inside. And if you've returned 4 lost Justral kids, you'll be able to break these.
Useful.
On the 4th kid that you return, and it doesn't matter which kid it is, on the 4th one, Sastro will teach you how to get rid of those so that you can get the goodies that are underneath and or behind. Sometimes they block doorways and stuff. Resplendent Chroma. one paint cage lock. Another one. And another one. Shield Affinity. %30 increased damage while having shields, but receiving any damage always removes all shields. Could probably pair that. Do I have it? Oh, auto shell. I don't think I have auto shield stuff. Alright. Now we're going to take this little disc guy over back towards start. Okay, so this is the Chromatic Greatsword Cultist over here. Give me a second to change the setup because there's going to be a couple of things that we're going to change around, and then I'll be right back. Okay, we're going to add Sciel to the party because the Chromatic Greatsword Cultist is weak to dark, so we're going to use her. So we've popped her in here. And then one of the most important things for this fight is because the Greatsword Cultist uses so many shields, every time it's her turn, she puts shields on. I have at least 2 people that can deal with that. We have Breaking Rules for Maelle, who can destroy all target shields. And then Minoko has Chevalier Piercing. And the Chevaliers are the tall, thin, incredibly elegant, ladylike ones that swing at you with a sword and hip sachet everywhere. That's the Chevalier. So any one of those, or not any one of those, the Chevalier Piercing specifically comes from, well, you should have it if, I don't remember which ones. It's just the standard Chevalier one. Not the blue sword one, that's Chevalier. That'll get you the thrust, and it's not the gold one. So it's your standard Chevalier, which you should have encountered in Old Lumiere, and if Minoko had been part of your party, you should have that. Should be one that you should have. If Minoko had been part of your party. If he wasn't, then you might not have it. But it deals single target physical damage through shields. So it doesn't matter that they have shields on. In fact, the more shields, the better. Because the damage is increased for each shield on the target. So when she gets going, and she's got 8-9 shields up, this will do quite a bit of damage. And then we need to make sure that they're going in a specific order. So what has worked for me is making sure it goes Maelle, who has a speed, you can see under the combat stats on the right, has a speed of 642. The 642 doesn't matter. What matters is that out of the 3, it's the highest. So we have Maelle with the highest, and then Sciel has 564, which is less than, and then Minoko is in the 400s. So it should go Maelle, Sciel, Minoko, which is what's going to work for us. Because what I've seen in the past is, based on the timeline, the Greatsword Cultist will go, and then Minoko will go through the shields, then Maelle will remove the shields, and then Sciel will damage her with her dark damage ability. So this is the goal. This is what we're going to go for.
Some ink.
Okay, we're going to start with offensive switch so that we can apply defenseless. And the reason we're applying defenseless is because breaking rules allows you to go a second time if the target's defenseless. And you can see from the timeline in the top left that she will be able to go right after the Greatsword Cultist.
Foolish move.
Okay. dodge, dodge, jump, counter, dodge, dodge, and dodge. Oh, almost. Okay. I'm going to check the timeline. So we'll go ahead and get rid of all of her shields.
Take down that shield. Time to hit big.
And so she gets to go again. Go ahead and switch over to Verso, so just because we can. Oh, what? She's not on fire. Never mind. So that did nothing. Never mind. Let's go ahead and heal up since I got hit by that. But dark energy does a lot of good, so... Okay. I'm gonna parry this. Counter does like nothing. Okay, so now here we are. So now we're going to use Chevalier Piercing. It's going to deal single target physical damage through shields is 6 hits, but the damage is increased for each shield on the target. This is why the order sort of matters. And it works out that we're an Almighty. I don't know why that happened, but it worked out. So you can see sort of like it just did a ton of damage. So dodge, dodge, jump, counter, dodge, dodge, and dodge every time on that last one. Okay, so now Maelle's gonna remove them. And we have not quite enough for a gradient. So we'll go ahead and we'll do Grim Harvest again just to heal everybody up. Jump. And parry. Counter won't do anything because of the shields. Okay. We got her. So that's why order matters in this fight, in my opinion, because it allows Minoko to use the shields that are up before Maelle gets a chance to remove them. There we go. And we just got a new sword for Verso. Bonus damage from Perfection applies to all allies at half value. Bonus damage no longer applies to Verso. Perfection gained is increased by 1 while powerful. He was using this. Let's go ahead and switch over just to like see what that is. Alright, we'll take Sciel out. Add Verso back in. Oh, for goodness sake, woman. Chasing me up here, how dare you? Alright,
Well,
so we just
help.
got effective heal. Double all heals received. We'll go ahead and put this on her. What's her health? We'll take combo attack off. She doesn't use base attack all that often, so we'll get that mastered. Let me check my notes. Did we get something from her? No. We got the sword. Alright. So we're alright. I'm not missing anything. Alright, so we're going to stay on this side. What was that? Oh, nothing. Just a pot. We're going to use these dancers to help us master those Pictos that we just picked up. Color of Lumina. And Greater Shell, plus 10% to shell damage reduction. He could use a little. We'll take Immaculate off. %10 to shell damage reduction. A little bit more health for him. Need to heal up, Maelle. Okay. Resplendent. Another Resplendent. And then this is that little side corridor that I said in the beginning that we would be coming down. Because now we're back at the very, very beginning. Alright, so back this way. And we're going to do a couple of these fights just to master the Pictos that we just picked up. Obviously, you can run right past them. It's not necessary, but they're just quick and fast. It's a really easy way to master what we just got. That's one. Shield Affinity. Having dead energy 2 on works really well here because it just allows you to just keep going. Alright, so I think most of them are mastered. One more for Greater Shell, but that's okay. We've got some upcoming stuff. It'll be alright. Another Resplendent. Come here, you. Just take you. Because we're about ready to get a few more. So as soon as we can master these, the better it's to take them off. When we get the new ones. There we go. Greater Shell. Alright. Next ride. It's been so long. Days spent surfing on the dunes. Gone. Whoever built this Coliseum sucks. That always makes me laugh. So I had to check it. Alright, we have a Petank. up here. Some chroma. Okay, we're gonna use Lune, Sciel, and Minoko. It doesn't have, I didn't notice any particular weakness to it per se. So, but what we need to really do is break it. That's the only way to really keep it around, because this guy is going to disappear, I think, in like 2 moves. A counterattack, if you can get it, will stun it and keep it around, and then you're going to want to break it. So the augmented counters, breakers, breaking burn, breaking shots, all that kind of stuff. Augmented counters, breaking burns. We're going to be using her mayhem quite a bit. Rewarding marks, marking shots. She's going to mark. He has a lot of breaking stuff. I have center break, heavy break, agile break, and balanced break. So we should be fine. And this one is upgraded skills is going to do 30% more damage. So hopefully this will help as well. And an upgraded skill is one that's used when the corresponding mask is on the wheel. So using an agile skill when the agile mask is on. So it's an easy way to get an extra 30% more damage. But we should be okay. How come hers isn't? Okay. Oh wait, let me put some stuff on her. I took her Pictos off. Because I haven't been using her, so I took a lot of her stuff off. Let's do breaking shots, breaking burn, and then she has we'll do energizing start. Critical break. Alright, a lot of breaking stuff. I actually got one. I rarely ever get that one. Alright, so we need to break him. It's the only way to keep him here because he, look at the timeline, he goes like pretty fast. Alright. Not enough. Missed the first one. Oh, I still got the counter. Oh, nice. Okay. Let me check the timeline. Okay, we'll go ahead and mark it for mayhem. It's a little bit more in, and this should break it. It usually does when it's this high. Go. Okay, we're in Almighty. This does quite a bit of damage. It's only 3 hits though, but it still usually does like a lot. Would have done better if I gotten both perfects, I think, but okay. She has Phantom Blade that will go ahead and break him again, hopefully. There we go. Nice. Marking Shot just gave me some extra. Marking Shot marked it, and Rewarding Mark allowed me to get the AP I need for that. So. Prepare. Okay, we're in caster, so we'll use thunder. Deals extra break damage. I so rarely get that one.
Well, well.
Okay, let's just finish off with a gradient attack because we've used enough skills to fill the gradient meter. So we'll finish off. Sciel's is very satisfying because it's like 10 hits, so there's like a lot of numbers on the screen. But, alright, there's the Petank. Let me switch my team back. Make sure I removed some stuff. Dead energy, dodger. Powerful shots back on. Alright, he's fine. Burning shots. Okay. Alright, now the paint spike. Color of Lumina. Alright, he's flying, so we can't really do anything else, so I'll just skip to the next person. Okay, we've got an upgrade, or it might be a first one. Oh, it is an upgrade. For Lune. 50% chance to generate a light stain when consuming stains, and plus 1 AP on consuming a light stain. Oh wait, I went the wrong way. Alright, once you go up, at the fork here, we're gonna go left. Color of Lumina. Let me see here. Just missed it. That's right. We need to come down here anyway. We'll get it on the way back up. It's right on a ribbon. I just thought I could like jump to it.
Let's go find it. Let's carve a path.
Go ahead, mark it.
Target marked.
See, this guy's got a marker for a Minoko mark on his health bar, which is nice. Let's go ahead and get that. do Fleur at Fury. Mark target. Alright, powerful on shell. Apply powerful on applying shell. So you can pair that with auto shell. And then we just got Minoko. Just got a new skill. Deals medium single target ice damage, 3 hits. Change to Almighty if they're marked. I might have to think about using that with Sirene because she is weak to ice. And that's caster, and this is usually my caster. So let's put this here. So I still have a caster skill. That's interesting. Okay, now what did I just say we got? Powerful on shell. And then if you pair that with auto shell, this will put auto shell on. And then it will also apply powerful if you pair it with something like auto shell. That's great. And then we also got a second one.
Nice.
Auto Regen. Swap out effective heal and we'll put auto regen. Auto regen for 3 turns on battle start. Try that. So we got 2 Pictos down here. I gotta figure out how to get out. Here we go. Where are you? Over here. Alright, and last thing we're going to get in this room is that chroma that I missed when I fell past it. So there's the regen just got called.
Ready to go.
Skip turn. Yeah, regen is a buff that heals the character by 10% of their max health at the beginning of their turn. There we go.
What
Chroma?
have we here?
Skip turn. Since he ran out of AP because she didn't die. There we go. Alright, I believe that is everything in this room. I think. That I know about, anyway. Okay, we're going to take the next disc ride, but before we do that, we're going to come over here and get a Resplendent. Okay.
This place is huge.
Thank Expedition 67 for destroying a lot of the walls to get further. Couldn't progress without that.
Feels like home.
Okay, we have a manor door here, but unless I'm missing something, the only reason for it is to have access to a flag, maybe? Because there's nothing... There's nothing in the room. And it just opens up into the hallway. But it does give you access to a flag. But why they didn't just put a flag out, I have no idea. I don't know. Be missing something, but... Hey, fading man. As I get older, I wonder, can you ever truly know someone else? Then again, how many truly know themselves? Lucky few, perhaps. Is it a blessing to understand your darkest nature? Or a curse to which we turn a blind eye? We lie to ourselves all the time, don't we? About things we'd rather not admit or confront. About ourselves. About each other. Then there are the things we genuinely don't see. Isn't that human nature? I wonder. I have nothing but time these days to wonder. What I missed that might have changed things. What is it that I didn't see? That I couldn't make myself see? Sounds like you have many regrets. When did she start pulling away? The man has gone silent. Color of lumina. He's not a flying one, so we can actually, like, attack him. Flurry? Alright, balanced. We're gonna go ahead and use Moisson Vengeance. Maybe break him? Finish him off?
Nice.
Protecting death. On death, allies gain shield. We'll take off shield affinity. Put this on. Color of lumina. Oh, for goodness sake. Thank you. I think we're going to start with Radiance. Actually, we'll do Blitz on one.
Yeah, let's go fast.
And then Radiant Slash on both.
Radiance away.
Resistant to light damage. Okay, I don't have Fencer's Flurry on, unfortunately. Swift Stride, and because I had burning shots on and was able to get it, switch over.
A bit of violence, yes.
Okay, we're in Caster. We could try this medium ice damage that came from that thing. No one's marked, but give it a shot. Look at that, they're weak. They're weak to ice. Nice. I actually didn't know that. Ah! Ah! Dodge, 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 dodge. I swear to God I'm hitting dodge. You would never know it, but I swear to God I was hitting dodge there. Go ahead and mark it. Here we're going to use Per Se. Mark target, Virtuo stance. Caster, and well, we know he's weak to ice. So let's go ahead and do it again. It was his own foot. This was the skill we got from this guy. That's pretty funny. That's actually really funny. Definitely going to keep that on because Sirene is weak to ice as well. So we're definitely going to use that.
Well, that will help.
Resplendent. And then you could have actually just dropped off right there because I haven't seen anything on the rope side, but I keep coming over here just in case. Does that look like there should be climbing holds right there? Okay, so now I'm going to check in. We have a mime right there. So there's a flag right here. Rest for a hot second. Make sure we're up to date. And now this mime, I'm going to make sure that we have all the breaking stuff on because we're going to want to break him. We're going to take dead energy off because we have a mime and then we have Tisseur. And so neither one of them needs dead energy. So we can reuse that somewhere else. He sometimes does a base attack, so we'll give him that. Mimes, I'm pretty good at counterattacking the mimes and that'll help with stuff, so we'll give that. And then we'll grab this. Okay. Now, make sure Maelle has breaking rules because this mime has shields. And Chevalier piercing for him because this mime has shields. But we go way more often than mimes do, so it's not going to be like the Greatsword Cultist. The one person that can't do anything with shields. What we can do is mark past it, so we'll go ahead and mark.
Marked.
Okay, we're going to do breaking rules. I'll get rid of all of them.
Sweet taste of burnt.
Okay, balanced. We are going to use this that I got from the Visages Island. It's the marionette one.
Minoko, parry!
That's got the path.
Okay, let's go ahead and break him. And start doing some real damage. Okay, let's see if we can't get it on fire. Burning shots. Maybe I forgot to put burning shots on. Oh, let's do this one
The sweet taste
then.
of
And then we'll
battle.
set it on fire next. Let's see how he does with ice. Wow. Definitely use ice in this chapter, guys, because that was insane. Alright, how are we doing? Let's mark it for Maelle. Alright. Well, wasn't she just... Didn't I just use offensive like a second ago? We'll go ahead and burn it.
A bit of violence, yes.
Alright, heavy. Oh, he doesn't have enough points for my Rocher hammering, which I do like. Oh, he does have a gradient, though. We'll go ahead and finish him off with the gradient. We'll see Mighty Strike. Okay, we got the Serene Hair for Lune. Not bad. Okay, so now this is the Tisseur. They are weak to fire and light, so I am switching over. Let me see. We're going to switch him to a light weapon. She has fire, and we're going to switch him to light as well. And then make sure everybody has marking shots. He doesn't have a rewarding. Oh, he doesn't really need a rewarding because he does the marking. Marking, rewarding, and burning. Marking, rewarding, and burning. Let me look here. We definitely want to break her. We're definitely going to try ice on her for sure. What do I have for Versos? I need perfect break. Alright, hang on. I never know what I need, so everybody always has like a ton of stuff. Alright, where is it? It's perfect break. This deals high single target. It's light damage. Resistant to dark, so weak to fire and light. Deals very high light, so this will work for us. Break. We'll get rid of that. Radiant Slash is light. Follow up is light. From fire uses the weapon's element, which is light, and marking shot uses the weapon's element, which is light. Which is light. Okay. Let's check my notes. Okay.
What's that?
The Tisseur. It works for Sirene.
So he creates all of that for her.
We should take it out. It would definitely be an advantage against Sirene.
Okay, it is an optional boss, but it's one I recommend getting through because the reward is an anti-charm Picto, which will help you in the final fight. It will keep you from getting charmed in the final fight, and getting charmed is pretty much a death sentence, and you'll need to just like revive your person pretty much. Usually they tend to kill themselves. It's been my experience, but Nevron does not seem hostile. It sows tirelessly, engrossed in its work. Attack anyway? Yes, please.
Nice.
Okay, let's see if we can't set it on fire. Nope. Alright. Base attack will set it on fire, so we'll just do that.
Foolish move.
Okay, now this always happens, and as far as I know, there's no counter to it. That's okay.
Let's carve
Because
a
we have
path.
8 moves. Cursed is a status effect that kills the character at the end of its duration. And its duration tends to be 8 turns, so we have quite a bit of time. If you have, like, cleansing tint on, you can use just a, like, a regular healing thing to get rid of it. And I think healing gets rid of it, sort of, anyway. So there are other ways to get rid of it if you want to. Okay. Let me check the timeline. Go ahead and do blitz and then mark.
Let's go fast.
Marking shot. Her weapon does that. She does 10% more damage with it, but it's still weird. Okay, we're switched to Virtuoso.
Foolish move.
Okay. Now it's going to do an inchworm kind of thing, and when it backs up in the inchworm, then it's going to shoot forward. Hopefully we'll be able to parry it. A little inch, and then shoot. There we go. Okay. So we're starting in heavy. So we're going to break with the heavy. Got Rocher hammering. I don't know why it didn't break, but that's okay. Alright, jump, counter, jump, counter, jump, counter, and parry. And I missed the parry.
Let's carve a path.
It's alright. We're fine. Alright, we'll do Radiant Slash. Maybe this will break her. I don't know why Rocher didn't break, because she was pretty full.
Good.
Ah! Go ahead and do per se.
I sense strike.
Okay, Agile. We'll go ahead and do Chevalier Piercing. This is 6 hits. There's no shield on, but it doesn't matter. We'll still do some decent damage. Okay. Jump, counter, and there we go. So here's our anti-charm. It's immune to charm. And the Gliss... if we go and master it now, it'll be available for the Glissandro fight. If you don't master it for that, because he does have an attack that will charm, but it doesn't... not as often as Sirene does, but you really should get this mastered before Sirene, and we will be doing that. We'll make a point of doing that. And then we just got another weapon.
No other expedition had a Lumina converter.
Got a weapon for her. What did I just get? This one. Oh yeah, this one. In defensive stance, double break damage. 9 AP on breaking an enemy, but they're not weak to earth. I'm pretty sure that I tried this out. Yeah, like the Glissandro, which is the next mini boss that we're gonna fight, is actually specifically resistant to earth. So swap over at your own risk. And then we're gonna switch back to not light, because the minions that we're going to see from here to the next minute boss are resistant to light. So we're going to switch back. Yeah.
Yet this victory...
Oh, wait. Anti-charm. Let's put this on. Alright, anti-charm.
feels hollow. Well, that will help.
So good. Oh, well, yeah, I'm going to skip turn because we're going to do ice on this guy. We're going to do the ice damage on this guy. This one is definitely more powerful than the one that we've seen before because I was expecting it to finish him off. Alright. Go away. Oh, darn it, that's a flying one. I knew that. Darn it, I knew this. And dodge. Dodge. Oh, God.
Ready to strike.
Go ahead and do heavy, because we're in heavy, so we'll get some increased damage. Oh, I think I probably wasn't in agile, or not in agile, caster. I was probably not caster, why it didn't do as much damage as it did the first time. Oh, she still has silence on, so she can't cast anything.
Nice.
Chroma? Alright, now he is weak to dark. Let's make sure we have dark on. Does he have a dark? I don't think he has a dark. We are going to take, I think, Maelle off and put Sciel on because of her dark. That'll work out well. Let me see. Are we going to put dead energy back on everybody? Put it on after all this. Alright. One last rest. Actually, let's go get another Picto first, and then we can wear it in this fight. Healing Fire. Recover 25% health when attacking a burning target. Put it on someone that's going to keep it for a little while.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so he is resistant to earth and weak to dark. So we've got Lune, physical, and Nusaro, which is dark, and upgraded skills deal 30% more damage. Now, anti-charm should be on one of the three. I think it's on her. Let's move that. So that it can start getting mastered. Okay. So he'll have one less, but that's okay. Okay, dodge. Dodge. That's what I get for not going first. Okay. He uses his tail to slam into the target. That's a 3-hit. Smashes his head into the target. We just saw is a 2-hit. Summons the ballet is the easiest one. That's a jump, jump, jump. So have energizing jump on. You can get some good AP that way. Alright, so we're going to start with heavy. And heavy. Can't mark him. Should have had mark on, but we'll mark him anyway. Mark him this way. Okay. Start with Blitz. And then he is weak to dark. I don't have dark, but he's so he's probably resistant to light. That's usually how this works. But we'll go ahead and do from fire. We're not in B, but I'll use the physical elements and get a little bit of healing because we missed some of that dodge.
That's more like it.
Okay. Parry. That's an audio and a visual that it's coming. It's a boom, boom, and then, oh, jump. Damn it. Jump, counter. Jump, counter.
Energized. Violence.
Okay, so what I was saying before I was so rudely interrupted because he went twice. Enchants the target is an audio and a visual clue for that, and it's one that you should start to notice because Sirene does the same sort of thing. So it's like a burst, and then you either parry or dodge, whichever one works for you. Alright, let's go back to heavy. Since we're in heavy mask, we'll get the extra... I don't know why it's... There we go. I was like, excellent. Okay, now we're going to do Grim Harvest because we got hit because I was busy chatting instead of paying attention. I missed the first jump. Still does a good amount, and it'll heal us. So we're going to do Marking Shot. It's physical damage, but it'll mark it. He's going to go twice then after this. So note that. Me. Expected more than 900. Alright, tail, dodge, dodge. Parry! God! Jesus, I missed every single one of them. Alright, I need a healing. We're going to go out of turn, but we're going to use Contortionist to heal everybody. Although, you know what? The only one that needs healing is her. Let's stick with heavy. Good, almost 20,000. Nice. Okay, we're in Twilight. And go ahead and... He's going to go twice before she gets to go again. I may need to just waste a turn and heal her. Oh my god, I have a gradient. Alright, let's see his gradient. I'm not sure I know his gradient. You know what, let's do a dark gradient attack since he's weak to dark. So we'll just mark him.
Marked.
That's okay, because I like Sciels. Alright, and... Jump, counter. Jump, counter. Jump, counter. It's nice.
Oh, deck.
Okay, gradient attack. Shadowbringer, which I really like, and should completely finish him off. got a Sirene Outfit. Goes with the hair. Okay, so now the disc riding guy down there is going to take us to the dance, arena. Oh, wait, we're not done. We're so not done. I was going to say we're going to go back to start to finish mastering some of this stuff, and we are going to do that, but we still have a Petank to skill, so, and a merchant to take out, so. Well, not take out, but fight. Alright, we're going to do the merchant first because we're going to buy 3 Pictos from him that we will go ahead and equip, not only for this fight, but then for when we go back to start and fight a bunch of ballerinas to quickly master them as well. Okay, let's go ahead and fight the merchant. Do it with Sciel.
Not today.
Start with Mark.
One more tricks.
Plentiful Harvest. Get some of the AP back. I actually don't know if it gives it to me. It does give it to me. Nice. Feels like a fake right and then a left. Alright, let's mark him again. Oh. Oh my gosh. Alright.
So be it.
Now we use Grim Harvest.
Not today.
Oh, he's going twice. Okay.
No, never.
Let's go ahead and break him.
Lady Luck smiled today. I die, so be it.
Do gradient attack now.
Or never.
That applied the foretell we can use to go ahead and heal ourselves. I missed some of his punch attacks all the time. Okay, so that opened up a nice little weapon for us. It is for Maelle. It's a fire element. On turn start, if stanceless, switch to offensive stance. And fire skills cost 1 less AP, plus 1 shield on switching to offensive stance. Then we got double mark, where mark requires 1 more hit to be removed. Definitely going to master that. Energizing attack 2, plus 1 AP on base attack. That. And plus 15% to powerful damage increase. Love that. Okay. So now we're going to equip those. Let me think about this Petank. The hardest part about this Petank is getting him in the spot. But we're going to use the current team. Alright, take off Protecting Death. We'll get double mark. Using attack. And then greater powerful because I took it off. For the Glissandro. Alright, are there any open energizing starts? Yes. Give that to her. Okay, now this Petank has shields, so make sure you've got breaking rules. If you're using Maelle, make sure you've got breaking rules, and if you're using Minoko, make sure you have Chevalier piercing. Okay, so in order to get this guy to stop running around this flower thing, is you have to chase him back this way first. It's the only way I've been able to do it. And then stay as close as possible to this left wall. And that should make him go up. If you're too close to center or this thing, he turns and you just end up going in a circle. So it's kind of important to try and stay on the left side. That seems to work. Okay, one last thing. Make sure you have your breaker build on because we need to break this guy as soon as possible. Okay, go ahead and remove the shields. I just got lucky with the time. I didn't even look at speed, honestly, this time, but she was already pretty high.
My turn.
Okay, do blitz.
Let's go fast.
Finish up with marking.
Target marked.
Okay, it's an agile, so we'll go ahead and start with Chevalier piercing because this is 6 hits. And it's an agile, so it's increased damage. So it's 6 increased damaged hits. Oh, it always does so nicely well. Okay, she's in offensive stance. Let's go ahead and defense that. There we go. Okay, that should be everything back here. Sorry, I had to wipe my thumb off. Mistake. Okay, so now this disc rider guy will take you to Sirene. There's no fights between here now and Sirene. However, we have all sorts of non-mastered Pictos that we want to go master. So I'm going to go back to start, and we're going to fight some dancers. They're very fast. They're a fast, easy way to go ahead and master these. Especially the anti-charm one that you're going to want on everybody. heard one behind me. Since we can't attack them or use skills, it's just like skip turn if you run out of AP.
What a lovely feat.
I have to figure out why Verso is starting with 4. He should be starting with more than 4. A few points. Did I not put dead energy back on? Must not have. I only need it for right now. We don't need it against Sirene though, so. Alright. So let's see here. Any unmastered? Does not look like it. Looks like they're all mastered. So let's head back. And then we'll change everything around. Where am I going? This way. Going east. Crumbling path. Just double checking.
Luke, Expedition 67. We're out of explosives, but we've made enough holes in this place to reach that giant woman in the center. But something weird's going on. Everyone's been swept up in strange emotions. It both feels like us, but also not like us. Marguerite reckons we're feeling the overflow from that giant woman's feelings. Empathic distress, I think she called it. Like her mind is flooding the area with her thoughts and feelings. Maybe we'll just stay here and enjoy the melody. Luke.
Good stuff.
You were splendid. Okay, then I'm going to take a minute at the flag and reroute people. Because I'm going to be using, I think, I'm going to make some changes. I will be right back. Okay, so we're going to be using Sciel, Lune, and Minoko. And the reason that we're using those three is because Sirene is weak to ice and dark. So we're going to be using her dark. We're going to be using we're going to be using Mayhem. But we've also got a bunch of ice skills here. So depending on how her weapon fills in for Mayhem, if we get a bunch of earth stains, a lot of the ice ones call for earth stains, then we'll use an ice and we'll just let her weapon sort of hang out as, you know, a storage container, as it were. And then we've got the ice that we got here, the ice damage. We're going to be doing that. And then I have a break for every mask, because he'll be doing a lot of breaking for each one. And then everybody has anti-charm active. Everybody should have anti-charm. And then energizing jump. Everybody should have that. Oh, she doesn't have that. Let me get that on her. Energizing jump. Take these two off. Because there is an attack that she does that causes the ground to shake that can give us some jumps and stuff. So that's always a good one to have. And other than that, we're just going to be filling her breaker line as much as possible. Breaking burn, breaking counter. One of the attacks that she does is the Widow Ballet charms a team member and flies away. It's a one hit. It is when she tries to cast charm on you, but it's a one hit and it's very predictable. So augmented counter, if you can have one or both on there. That will help quite a bit because it's an easy one to parry and get a counterattack on. And if there's any Pictos that I have that you don't have that you want, check the description for the Google workbook. And it's got a Picto page that has all of them that I've run into so far in the game and where I got them from, how I got them and stuff like that. So, all right. I think we're ready to go.
We're finally there.
She's waiting at the end of this tunnel.
Then we should prepare before we head there. She's even grander than I thought.
Lune, you're okay, right?
I swear I've seen this dance before.
A storm is coming.
Okay. Take a look. Check the timeline. Okay. See if we can't get an earth. Well, we got one earth. Start with this one. Oh, I should have had her burning. Okay. They're going to inch back, dodge, dodge. Inch back and shoot forward. Alright, here's the charm. This is the one that's... Go, go, parry. Okay, we're going to start with a heavy. Brochure hammering. Okay, let's see if we can't get her marked. There we go. Go ahead and do a marking shot on top of that. Yep, tweak that. Good.
A storm is coming.
Okay, let's see here. I would love to do Typhoon. I have never done that one, but it looks like it does high ice damage every turn for at least 3 turns. But I'll have to generate some stuff. Let's do Ice Lance. We have 1 earth hanging out for some increased damage. Still not burning though.
I'd love a dance.
Okay, this is going to be 5 Ballet Dancers. They're going to swing one at a time. They'll go to the right side of the screen and then whoosh across the left. So you can either dodge or parry. Okay. Right, dodge. Dodge. Right, dodge. Right, dodge. And then this one's a little slower and parry. Now, see, that's why I dodged. Because I missed it. Okay, gonna get counter to parry.
It likes you.
Okay, this is gonna be some ribbons. Dodge. Dodge.
Dance.
Dodge. Okay, we're still in heavy. Hopefully this will break her. Looks full. There we go. Okay, so we've got 10 out there. Let's go ahead and do Sealed Fate. We'll deal high single target damage. Each hit can consume 1 foretell, and there's 10 out there. Won't consume all of them, though, to deal some extra damage. Nice. Okay, so we have 1 Earth Stain. Oh, she has 8! Oh, let's do this Typhoon now. On turn start, deals high ice damage to all enemies and heals allies. If I had 2, the duration would be increased from 3 to 5. So we should at least get 3 turns out of this. And this is my first time using this. So let's see how this goes.
Take your shot.
Okay. Boom, boom, parry.
A bit of violence, yes.
Okay, we're in Caster. Oh, Caster! Here's the ice one that we got earlier in the chapter. That's been doing really well. And we're on Caster, so we should get increased damage. Nice. Very nice. Alright, this final act is gonna get me. It's a jump counter followed by her swinging her arms, and I always miss the first one because I can't see it. Like, there's so much on the screen, it's really hard to tell the trigger for her arm swipe. And for some reason, the timing on this first jump gets me every time. Dodge. jump and counter. But it's easy. The second, I never make the first one. I don't think I've ever made the first one ever. But the second and third usually do pretty well. It's the jump, counter, and then she swipes her arm, and then that's repeated 3 times. So if you don't get the first one, you can get the second and the third. And then it's followed by her throwing that stage thing that was floating up in the air at you. So there we go. We got the Tisseron and Energizing Turn. +1 AP on turn start. Nice. Let's check those out. After all the cutscenes, we'll check them out. I'll put a timestamp for when we look at them.
You again. Who are I?
Maelle?
What did you see this time? I don't know. Oh, a woman. It was... Why do I keep seeing things? Who are you?
Okay, the Barrier Breaker is a new weapon for Maelle. Steel shields removed by hitting enemies. Switch to Virtuose stance on breaking any shield. So we're definitely going to be trying that one out. And then we got the Tisseron for the fight. We got the Tisseron for Sciel. Extend Twilight by 1 turn on using a Moon skill. Twilight damage increase on using a Sun skill. Twilight duration is increased by 1 and play again when entering Twilight state. And then we also got Energizing Turn. 1 AP on turn start. There we go. So let's finish up some stuff at camp. Write in his journal. Maelle finds a spot where she can write. She spends some time writing in Gustave's journal to honor his memory. She writes about how they can now enter the monolith and they should finally understand everything. She immerses herself in Gustave's journal, poring over every detail. She will forever cherish his memory. The memories of Gustave inspire Maelle. Okay, I don't know if this happens, if this is your first time checking his journal, or if you've been checking it every time, because unfortunately I have been doing my best to check it every time, so I really don't know if this is just specific to having finished Sirene Island and getting the barrier, which seems like it probably could have, because then people would be missing out. But so definitely check his journal just to like make sure, see if it unlocks for you, even if you haven't been keeping up with it, because I don't know the answer to that. Because I would have to start all over and then never check his journal from like the very beginning, and that's just too much. So I don't know. She hopes Gustave's apprentices will read this journal someday. Alright, let's go to sleep and see if what happens when we wake up, because sometimes we get a skill from... Yeah, here we go. Oh yeah, this is the wine. I forgot, this is the wine.
We've done it.
We're really going to face the painters.
And finally break this cycle. That being said, someone here has been hiding a terrible secret from us.
What are you talking about?
You thought we'd never find out, didn't you? Nobody ever wondered what Esquier was made of, did they? Well, Esquier and I had a chat.
I'm sorry, Verso. She promised me sweet rocks.
Is that wine?
I stored my personal stash inside it. All excellent vintages. I don't normally share, but I suppose tonight deserves an exception.
Morning. I told you to stop drinking alone.
To your great generosity.
I don't know how you can like this.
It comes with age.
Do you have apple juice?
Yeah, I'll leave you to it. sister doesn't need this ugly mask.
You embrace her, yet you're condemning her to die.
You brought him here.
I'm not here to fight. But my son, do you know what it means to disappear into nothingness? Have you thought through the consequences? Not just for you, or even me, but for them. Their memories, their dreams, their love for each other. Who really is the one painting death, and who paints life instead? We exist and we will exist for as long as she wants. You want to spoil what we've been given. Sometimes we paint the bars of our own prison. Your despair blinds you. You think you're ready to pay the price. But are you willing to let them pay the price for you?
May everything be decided before their very eyes. Between the bars of their prison. In the shadow of the monolith.
In the shadow of the monolith.
Okay, so there you go. There is Serene Island.